Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Alisson admits Liverpool are missing two players after blunt Mohamed Salah transfer admission. Alisson Becker has offered his take on Liverpool's summer transfer business and start to the season. Alisson Becker believes Liverpool are missing Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez following a busy transfer window at Anfield. The Reds signed 10 new players in a £450 million spending spree, but they also received roughly £225 million from player sales, with the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Harvey Elliott and Jarell Quansah departing along with Diaz and Núñez. The South American pair have both started well for their new clubs after signing for Bayern Munich and Al Hilal in £65.5 million and £56.5 million deals respectively. Diaz scored the winner on his debut for the German Giants as they beat VfB Stuttgart to win the Franz Beckenbauer Super Cup. Following that up with a goal and 2 assists on his Bundesliga debut against RB Leipzig, he now has 4 goals and 2 assists from his first 5 outings for Bayern. Meanwhile, Núñez scored his first goal for Al Hilal in his second outing for the club last time out against Al Qadsiya. Both players played decisive roles for Liverpool as they won the Premier League title last season. The Reds spent big to replenish their attack in the summer, with Alexander Isak, Florian Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike all arriving in deals worth up to a combined £320m. Isak could make his debut for Liverpool against Atletico Madrid on Wednesday night, but Wirtz is navigating a quiet start to his Anfield career, with his only goal contribution coming on his debut in the Community Shield against Crystal Palace. In contrast, Ekitike has impressed in attack with 3 goals and an assist from his first 5 outings for the Reds. Arne Slot's side sit top of the Premier League with 4 wins from 4, but they have not been at their best and required late winners to come out on top in each one of their games so far, and Alisson has conceded that Liverpool do need to improve, as he admitted the Reds were feeling the loss of the likes of Diaz and Núñez as their new signings continue to adapt. All the players who left were important, he told ESPN SportsCenter. Lucho, Darwin, they all made a difference for us with goals or their playing, fighting, defending. They had good energy, and we missed them. The ones who arrived are stars, they're doing very well with their contributions, they have a lot of quality. It's clear we want to improve because we need to, we have many competitions to play. Alisson is not the first Liverpool player to admit it will take time for the Reds to adjust following such a busy transfer window, with the Brazilian echoing sentiments made by Mohamed Salah earlier this month. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool FC breaking news, transfers, and updates from Anfield. Don't forget to like, comment. Our second news is Man City want to hijack Liverpool's move for £35 million star. Liverpool and Man City set for Marc Guéhi transfer race. Liverpool's summer pursuit of Marc Guéhi ended in frustration, but their interest is far from over. According to the Mirror, the Reds are preparing a renewed move for the Crystal Palace captain when he becomes a free agent next summer. Standing in their way now are Manchester City, who are ready to join the chase in what could become one of the defining transfer sagas of 2026. Liverpool's long-standing interest. The Reds' £35 million deadline day bid for Guéhi collapsed at the last moment when Palace pulled the plug, leaving Arne Slot's side without the centre-half reinforcement they desperately wanted. The Merseyside club have been admirers of the 25-year-old for some time. It was clear to all clubs in the last window that Guéhi had decided his future was either joining Liverpool or to see out his contract and move on a free next summer, the Mirror report stated. That clarity gave Liverpool confidence they would eventually get their man. City enter the race. Manchester City were not in contention during the summer window, focusing their efforts elsewhere, but the landscape has shifted. Pep Guardiola's side are huge admirers of the classy centre-half. Guéhi's impending free agent status makes him an attractive proposition. It is rare that a player of his quality and age moves on a free transfer, notes the report, with clubs across Europe ready to pounce. European heavyweights also monitoring. Liverpool and City are not the only suitors. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan and Juventus are all on alert. Real have made a habit of signing top defenders on free transfers, while Barcelona are keen given Guéhi's Ivorian passport means he qualifies as an EU player. Bayern Munich are also mentioned as serious contenders, having seen success with shrewd acquisitions like Harry Kane. Foreign clubs will have the advantage of being able to open talks on January 1st for a pre-contract agreement, potentially stealing a march on the Premier League giants. Guéhi's commitment to Palace. For now, Guéhi remains committed to Crystal Palace. He has reiterated there is no chance of a January departure, and fans have appreciated his professionalism during a difficult summer. Palace will lose their captain for nothing if he does not sign a new deal, but they will hope to get another season of leadership from him before he moves on. Chelsea have been linked, but a return to Stamford Bridge is considered unlikely, despite new boss Enzo Maresca's admiration. Our view, BPL Index Analysis. This report triggers a mixture of excitement and anxiety for Liverpool supporters. Excitement because Guéhi feels like the perfect profile for what Liverpool need: athletic, composed on the ball, and experienced enough to step straight into the starting 11. Anxiety because Manchester City's involvement changes the equation entirely. Our third news is Liverpool interest in Napoli. New boy revealed as Man City star faces lifelong friend, sources. Manchester City's clash against Napoli in the Champions League on Thursday will see two close friends go head-to-head, and Team Talk understands that one of the duo is a long-term target for Liverpool boss Arne Slot. Pep Guardiola's side will hope to build on their 3-0 victory over Manchester United on Sunday when they host the Italian champions at the Etihad. However, beyond the importance of the clash itself, there will be eyes on Napoli defender Sam Bukima, who has a lifelong link with Man City midfielder Tijjani Reinders. The bond between the two started more than a decade ago. In 2013, at 20's Youth Academy, Reinders was already showing his midfield talent when Bukima broke onto the scene to anchor the defense. From the first training sessions, they built a strong understanding on and off the pitch. Bukima's father even played a role in Reinders' career, helping him with representation in those early years. At just 14 years old, the pair traveled to Italy together for a friendly against Juventus youth side, later watching a match at the Juventus Stadium. That trip gave them a first taste of Italian football. After sharing the pitch again at AZ Alkmaar, they both made the move to Italy in the summer of 2023, Reinders to AC Milan and Bukima to Bologna. Now, in 2025, they meet on the biggest stage of all, the Champions League. Childhood teammates, Serie A rivals, and still friends, Thursday night will be another unforgettable chapter in their journey as two of the Netherlands' brightest stars. Arne Slot keen to bring Napoli star to Liverpool, sources. Team Talk understands that Liverpool boss Slot is a long-term admirer of Bukima. Slot trained the 26-year-old in the Netherlands and the coach has shortlisted him as a possible addition for the future. The centre-back made the €31 million, £26.8 million/ $36.6 million, move from Bologna to Napoli this summer, and scored on his Serie A debut for the club against Fiorentina. The centre-back position will come into focus for Liverpool potentially in January but certainly next summer, amid the uncertainty over the future of Ibrahima Konate, who has entered the final year of his Anfield contract. It's no secret that Crystal Palace captain Marc Guéhi remains a top target for the Reds after they failed with a deadline day move for the England star. Like Konate, Guéhi is set to be out of contract next summer. However, we understand that Bukima could be a player Liverpool look to bring in due to Slot's connection and admiration for the player. It will be interesting to see if the Dutchman is given the opportunity to start against Man City by Antonio Conte on Thursday, when his lifelong link with Reinders comes into focus, and how he performs over the course of this season. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool FC breaking news, transfers, and updates from Anfield. Don't forget to like. Our last news is Liverpool boss Arne Slot set to reunite with Atletico Madrid icon after angry row. Liverpool manager Arne Slot will be reunited with Atletico Madrid boss Diego Simeone in the Champions League, with the two coaches having clashed in the past. Arne Slot is poised to come face-to-face once again with Atletico Madrid boss Diego Simeone, who previously shoved the Liverpool manager during a heated confrontation. The Reds are gearing up to welcome Atletico Madrid on Wednesday to kick off their Champions League journey. Slot will be eager to build on last season's European adventure, having crashed out at the round of 16 stage to eventual winners PSG on penalties despite finishing top of the revamped group phase. The Reds will want to make another impressive start in the Champions League this time around, with Slot already well acquainted with Atletico boss Simeone. The duo first crossed paths during a pre-season clash between Atletico and Feyenoord, shortly after Slot took charge at the Dutch outfit in 2021. Following Feyenoord's dramatic 2-1 triumph in stoppage time, an irate Simeone pushed Slot, forcing players and backroom staff to intervene, as he wrongly believed the future Liverpool manager was taunting him. At that moment, at the end of the match, I turned to Simeone to tell him how passionate he was even in a friendly match, he explained ahead of Feyenoord taking on the same rivals in the Champions League 2 years ago, as reported by TalkSport. Then, he misinterpreted the smile I had at that moment and pushed me. This says a lot about him, how easily he gets irritated and frustrated. It doesn't matter who he is in front of, he is like that. I don't think he has anything against me. However, Simeone subsequently took issue with Slot's comments. Slot had the guts to tell me that I was a frustrated character and that I get wound up over all sorts of things, he said. I would never say stuff like that about a fellow manager. While a late strike from Feyenoord's Nuffelbannies had decided their pre-season encounter, Slot's team enjoyed no such luck in their later meetings with Atletico, suffering defeats in both Champions League meetings during the 2023-24 season. Meanwhile, Liverpool last faced the Spanish outfit during the 2021-22 group stage, securing a 3-2 away triumph and a 2-0 success at Anfield. Simeone had previously orchestrated triumphs over Liverpool in 2020, claiming both legs to eliminate Jurgen Klopp's team at the last 16 stage. Nevertheless, given his club's growing injury concerns, he faces a tough task to deliver another statement victory. Atletico have been without centre-half Jose Maria Jimenez so far this campaign. Liverpool Echo also reports that Alex Baena is scheduled to have surgery for acute appendicitis and Argentina midfielder Thiago Almada sustained an injury while on international duty. When addressing Almada's setback, Simeone said, "Footballers are athletes, these situations can happen in any national team. He's an important player, who adds to Baena's situation, but we have to live with what happens, and that's why we need a strong squad." Atletico have been hit with a fresh injury scare, as Julian Alvarez was taken off at halftime during their victory over Villarreal. David Henko and Robin Lenormand also left the pitch due to suspected injuries. Liverpool are heading into their first Champions League match on a high, following 4 consecutive Premier League victories. Meanwhile, it's been a rocky start for Atletico, with Simeone's squad suffering a loss to Espanyol and drawing matches with Elche and Alaves before securing a 2-0 win against Villarreal on Saturday. Before the club's victory at the weekend, Simeone admitted he understood the fans' anxiety about his team. "I don't expect anything. When you expect in life, you despair," he said. "We need to work so that people identify with the team. As for the affection the fans have shown me, I've been grateful since I arrived in '94, and I'm the one who has to keep giving the people what they expect from our team." Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.